I'm with Knii, Shippie, Afotey. Yeah, I'm a young contemporary artist. I'm a Ghana born, both parents are from Ghana, indigenous Ghana. And welcome to my studio space. You can actually view some of my works. And basically, I'm working with Sobolo, that's hibiscus, and millet leaves, that's popularly known as wachiba in Ghana, and also coffee. But for the coffee, I'm actually blending with the industrially made coffee, that's the necessary coffee, although not advertising though. So these are some of my works, and this work is part of the Golden School series. It's a 4-in-1 work. And actually, my work mostly talks about classical dependency in an indigenous way. Actually, way before industrialization set in, the black man, or let me say human beings in general, we are already doing our art works without any industrially made painting. So, similar to my works, I don't actually add any form of industrially made painting. I produce my own pigments by using the tree gum and also coffee, and as I mentioned earlier on. So there's one of the Golden School series 1, and this work is entitled Amekom. Yes, Amekom is an area in Kumasi. Yes, so during a session in our class we were supposed to go to actually get some idea, and I saw this guys, I think they are from Nigeria or one of these neighboring countries actually playing on the streets. And I actually like the way the courage of which they are doing. You can see this is what they also do for survival. Yes, so I actually like the way we're moving with the folds and the dresses. So I actually decided to depict them in my own way. Yes, you can see that really look realistic. I actually decided to render it in my own way based on how I feel. Yes. And this other work also, Asawase. Yes. Asawase is also one of the slum area in slum markets in Kumasi. Yes. And in Asawase I saw one woman actually begging for hands, and actually saw how she was sitting down sad with the nose in the chain. I didn't really add any reference in terms of taking a picture of her. So actually captured the image and pour my emotions to the canvas. And actually I got a chance to move to the coastal villages in Accra. Yes, that's in Adan. Talking of Te, Lebanon, Council Copy and the like. So I actually made a piece out of there. And this work in particular is entitled Culture Overseas. And as you can see, this is the spinal cord of the wheel. And I was told the wheel is as big as, let me see, times 6 of a car. As in normal car, the Corolla you guys got, times 6 of it. And I learned this wasn't even a mature wheel. So you can just imagine how big and huge a mature wheel will be. So, and if it comes to our Ghana heritage, the head of the cow is seen to be a royal figure. So if you go to any royal house, you see the head of the cows at the entrance. So I actually inculcated that. So this work in particular speaks about our culture. And it's surprising the slave trade actually happened centuries ago, but yet the black Americans in America and the blacks all over the diaspora, they actually still practicing our culture one way or the other. You see them with their dress, and it's also surprising and beautiful that even our people are now referencing to them as to learn more of our culture. Also over here, industrialization actually setting in. I mean, Christianity and all sorts of religion kind of, lower our culture, you know. So this work actually talks about culture overseas, as in we taking our culture there. And we can see a schnapp at the back, yes. And the schnapps, yes. The schnapp is, I was told, came from the Hollands when they came here fresh. Yes, so these were some of the things that they actually barter trade for. So they take our gold and just give us something small, schnapp and mirror. Yes, so you can see, and there are some fresh calories here. Yes. So before industrialization set in Ghana and West African coast, we have our own ways of actually selling. So these are some of the things we use as our currencies. So you can see this is where the CD sign, that's the CD sign, Ghanaian currency came from. The CD symbol, you can see. So this one in Akan is called CDA, but in Ghana we call it Telema. So you can see it actually came from that Akan word, CDA. Yeah, so this work actually talks about culture and culture overseas. Yes. And the last week I'll be showing also this Savannah. Savannah is a guy I met. The parents are really hard working, and I actually like the way they actually handle themselves, carry themselves out. So once again, I actually captured it in my mind, came to the studio, and actually put my emotions on it. You can see the class symbols, the stamps in the background. They are all techniques I use, and I actually preserve my crafts well, because the crafts really plays a vital role in my works. You can see some cracks on it. Because with the viscous drink I used, yes. And the sheet, you can see some beautiful cracks on it. It's forming very nice out of the work.
My name is Dario Moore, founder and director of AnkhLave Arts Alliance, and I'm here with
Knii, Shippie, Afotey from Accra, Ghana, and Mural.
Very excited to be interviewing him here in Ghana, and I'm excited to learn a little bit more about your work. So we took a little tour of your work, you explained quite a bit, and it left a lot of questions for me. I was really interested in asking just a few more questions regarding a few of your pieces. And one of them was, I noticed that some of them have writing inside of them. This one in particular, I noticed not just, of course we saw Gucci, but if you go a little bit closer, you see there's writing on the bottle. Yeah. Maybe there's some other writings in other hidden places people have to look for in your work. Is that a consistent theme? And what are the themes that you're typically writing?
Actually, the major theme I'm actually working on is classical dependency. The writings that you can see in the work, they are writings that I actually deliberately. It's aside the texture, you can see aside the texture, actually the writings I didn't deliberately. What actually got my reference from this was the guy was wearing a Gucci shirt. I'm not advertising though, but the guy was wearing a Gucci shirt, and this comes down to as in the same classical dependency that we have the dress for the high class and the dress for the low class. So we said locally made drink, yes, that it's actually being sold on the streets, and also ceremonies we actually sell them there. So the writings have been great that I put there, and the stamp background you are seeing they are mostly from Accra wax prints, yes. So actually got my stamp from that side. They are discarded stamps that they actually threw them away, and I decided to out of the discarded stamps to actually get something nice out of it. These are some of the stamps, and this is a Chinyame stamp. Yes. And this also Chinyame is actually an Accra symbol, and this also an Accra symbol, and this also an Accra symbol. You can see the petal, yes. You can see the symbol of the petal in. Yes, and the textile in African culture is being seen to be one of the slowest animals. Not in African culture. Naturally, the textile is seen to be one of the slowest animals, but it never loses focus. Yeah. The textile actually keeps on going wherever it is going. So in African thing, if you are really focused, you can actually move wherever you are, regardless of the pace of which you actually walking. Someone might decide to gallop, other will also decide to actually crawl, but not really all reach their destination. So these are some of the wonderful rich stamps from Accra, Ghana, heritage background. I actually incorporated them in my works to bring more meanings to my works. So you can see the background, the Chinyame symbol, the Ophelia flowers, the background.
I was excited to ask you about that as well, because you're from Accra, so obviously this is a melting pot of a few different tribes. And being of God heritage, how does the Accra lineage, like in terms of like the deeper symbols, maybe people and things like that, play a role in your
Actually, all the tribes in Ghana have their own symbols, but the leading symbol in Ghana, in West Africa, let me say Africa as a whole, is the Accra symbol. Yes, the Accra symbol is one of the top known symbols in Africa. Yes, and the Accra symbol is being known for the Ashantis. The Ghanas we also have our own symbols. Yes, we have the Adachi, Abuikepan, some kind of those symbols. The Warriors also have it. But for mine as a Ghana, one thing that actually plays a vital role in my work is this one. Everything talks about the Ghana heritage. Yeah, as in the skull of the bull and the skull of the cow. Everything talks about the Ghana heritage.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it definitely all comes together. And last question I gotta ask, I mean, this color palette that you choose, a lot lot of brown, but there's something very royal about it. There's something about it that comes across very almost expensive. I don't know. Maybe part of it is the way that you stain the material. It almost looks as if it's made of leather from far away.
Yeah.
And it almost takes on that texture. So
actually,
is that a conscious choice? And
yeah.
Working with different materials, natural materials that you use, was that just a happy consequence that came with that?
Actually, as an artist and let me say contemporary artist in particular, you actually have to give yourself the chance to bring the art in you. And every material has its own artistic values of it. Yes. So in the quest to experiment and push more further, I actually end up producing my own hide as in leather. Yes. So the leather is made of glue that's industrially made glue on the canvas. So the canvas looks like a hide leather. So as you can see, some of my series, the Golden School series, it reacts to the weather. So the weather is very, very moisturous. You see it very loosened. So the weather becomes very, very dehydrating, especially in the Hamatan season. It cramples itself. Yes, so this one particular talks about the classical dependency, especially. You can see the kente fabric on top of it. And you can see the wooden rod. It's a Golden School series. I tested the Golden School series, so this series one of the work. I got a chance for my work to be featured in the Brooklyn Library. That's their Facebook page. So I wasn't there physically in Brooklyn, but my works were being displayed on their Facebook page as the artist of the month.
Oh wow!
And I was really honored.
You were the artist of the month.
Yes, I was the artist of the month. Yes, so because Brooklyn, I know is one of the black, LMC community in America. Yes, so me having my work being featured at the Brooklyn Library is really a privilege for me.
You know what? That's a start, and who knows? Maybe next time you'll be in New York with your own solo show, and we'll all be able to see it in person.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll really be glad.
Excited about that. Well, honestly, I'm really glad and grateful that you were able to be available for this interview, and I'm glad that I got to learn a little bit more about your work. Good luck in all your endeavors, and we'll catch up, hopefully maybe in a show in New York.
Sure.
Or maybe I'll come back and I'll see your show here.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually planning an exhibition, maybe later part of the year or early next year.
Oh, you want to plug it? Go ahead and tell us about it.
Yes, and it will be either later this year, there'll be some November, December, or early January. Yeah, so you guys can anticipate for my exhibition pretty soon. Yeah. But prior to that, I'll really be happy if my work is being featured more in international platforms.
Absolutely. All right, well, I'm sure that it will, and I'll be